Let's go.
Every 4 minutes? 5 minutes, right?
Okay. So, in case you're wondering, in the short time we're going to be spending in class today, there's going to be 10 dogs that lose their lives by either being shot, beaten, or electrocuted. And it's all purposefully, too. Every day, thousands of greyhounds are at risk because of the brutal and pointless sport of greyhound racing. A survey done by the ASPCA suggested that 8 to 10 Americans own pets in their households. So if we as a culture welcome animals into our households, it's logical that we should have compassion for animals when they're in such grave danger. So today, I'm going to explain the brutalities of greyhound racing, how simple the solutions to this problem really are, and what this would mean for the greyhound breed of dogs. So, as an owner myself, I have first-hand experience as far as what the racing industry is like and what greyhounds are like behaviorally and how much danger they're really in. So there's more to the greyhound racing industry than you probably think. So let's expose the danger that these dogs face. There's a reason that over 30,000 greyhounds die on an annual basis. Their upbringing, training, and career in racing is all grotesque. In case you didn't know, greyhounds are the second fastest land animal next to the cheetah, so they're raised for sport and betting purposes. They're only bred at the track, and so it's nearly impossible to find a domesticated greyhound puppy. This is because their training for speed starts at 1 year old. The training consists of electrocution and beating to make them go faster, and also live animals are used. So even if you're not the biggest fan of the greyhound breed, perhaps small dogs, cats, or bunnies strike your fancy because they're all killed in the process as well when the greyhounds chase them down and eat them. So, the greyhounds are also pitted against each other to raise aggression and to make the betting more interesting. These are all facts that are provided by an organization called Grade 2K USA, which is a rescue organization. Greyhounds are kept 20 hours of their day in a small 3x4 kennel, which is horrible for their skeletal structure because they can't stand up. Greyhounds are usually no more than 4 feet in height, so it presents problems. They're big dogs. For their diet, they're fed raw grade 2 meat, which, since it's raw, is usually infected with tons of pathogens. This gets them diseases, which obviously leads to loss of life. And whenever greyhounds are randomly drug tested by the association, they're usually found to have steroids and cocaine in their system, which is even more dangerous. Greyhounds race in all conditions as well to make betting more interesting. So even in the snow or when the track is slippery or wet, the dogs still have to race and usually end up injured. This is all based off of information by Patricia Howard, who's an esteemed journalist from Impact Press. So every day, greyhounds die in gas fires by being bludgeoned or being shot, although electrocution is the most cost-effective and efficient or most common form of killing them. The dogs are disposed of when they're just deemed as no longer of value by the track. This could be when their stats decline, when they reach a certain age, usually 4 or 5, or if they have any of the slightest injuries, or just to make room for better and faster dogs. So not all of these dogs are killed, but it's actually even more sad because it's more profitable for the track. They sell them for testing at universities such as the University of Iowa, Kansas, and Colorado. They can also be sold into FDA animal testing labs, which poses even more problems. So many people are unaware of what the sport of greyhound racing is and how much abuse goes on behind the scenes for these dogs. So now that you know the truth, let me share with you how simple the solution really is to this huge problem. Obviously, the tracks just need to be shut down. This is already happening because the greyhound racing industry is just a dying business. Currently, there are 22 tracks in 7 states. Track owners are well aware of this, so they've actually started selling and distributing dogs overseas and opening tracks in other countries. This is based off of studies done by Jonathan Owen, who works for the World Society for Protection of Animals. However, there are many things that you can actually do to help. First of all, you can adopt a greyhound. Rescue organizations actually get the tracks to comply with them and give up the dogs that they are about to kill, so that the organizations can foster them and give them out for adoption. However, these rescue associations have to remain neutral in order to get the tracks to agree with them and give them dogs. So it's actually up to animal rights organizations to shut down tracks. This is where the ASPCA and the Greyhound Protection League come in. You can donate to these two organizations. Together, they've shut down over 30 tracks, which is a considerable amount, seeing as though there are only 22 left. Other things you can do are call, write, or protest. Resources for these are available on the ASPCA's website. So there are a number of ways to help save a life, but how will this make a difference for greyhounds as a breed of dog? Greyhounds are perhaps the most easygoing and loving dogs. Let's learn the reason why they belong off the track and in homes. If they're no longer used for sport, they can make loving companions, such as your average golden retriever or chihuahua, but they're even easier to care for. Greyhounds are loyal, gentle, and good with kids. They're an ideal family dog. In fact, they're so short-haired that they don't shed. This saves tons of money for cleaning and grooming expenses. They also can't bark. We all know how annoying it is whenever you have just a small yappy dog that won't be quiet. So greyhounds are actually incapable of making loud sounds from their vocal cords. They do whine if they want something or are hurt, but that's pretty much it. So it's suggested that they have space to run, but this is actually very entertaining because they can go up to 60 miles an hour. I used to have 3 greyhounds, and they would race each other around our yard. It's cool. But after that, they really don't need any further exercise because they're sprinting dogs, so it's not like they're going to be overly energetic. You don't need to take them on further walks throughout the day. They're just very easy to maintain. So not only are greyhounds a great pet, but they're also the second most common therapy dog because of their docile nature. Thousands are used in hospitals, nursing homes, and in pediatric care facilities especially. More greyhounds are also seeing eye dogs because of how intelligent they are and how fast they become attached to their owners. So there's really no reason for greyhounds to be on the track when they're best used as family companions or therapy dogs. I know that some of this information is uncomfortable to hear because it's difficult to think that while you may have a dog waiting at home, there's a greyhound being beaten or killed somewhere. So I encourage you to never attend a race. Possibly research some nearby rescue associations and perhaps adopt a greyhound someday. So hopefully I've opened your eyes to the horrors of greyhound racing, shown how easily it can end, and convinced you that greyhounds don't deserve a life on the track.